water taxi area to go to Ambergris Caye. We're having some authentic Belizean food and some beer before we head off on our hour-and-a-half journey. And then we'll get to the Caye and check into our hostel.
What works for you? I'm working.
My friend's gonna be in Belize too. Oh. Yeah, he's like backpacking all over Central America. We're on our way to San Pedro, on this really terrible water taxi, and it's super fucking bumpy. We're all miserable, and it's like hurting my stomach really bad. Okay, bye.
I hate Belize.
The kayaks at Lisa's Kayaks. It's about a mile walk, and it's pretty windy out. It's gonna be a rough journey out there, but it'll be good. No one's out, so it'll be nice. Oh, there's a boat actually. That's the only boat. We're at some random guy's house.
Talk louder.
We're at a guy's house that we found, and we're renting some kayaks. So today we just woke up and now we're getting ready to go to the next Airbnb. Yesterday we went snorkeling and it was pretty rough. It was really choppy out there, so it was really hard to swim. And I think we only snorkeled for about an hour. And then we met up Chris. We did dinner with him and drank. And yeah, now we're just gonna...
Say hi, Chris.
Hey, how are you?
You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Chris. I like getting lost on the beach. Getting cold beer. And Child just sings like Batman.
We just checked into our second Airbnb above a bakery. We are going to go explore a little bit because we're in a new part of town.
Yeah, I want to propose.
Of course you do.
Hurricanes.
Oh, let's get food too.
Yeah, let's get everything.
Let's get food.
Now we are on our way to go to the town square. I think we're going to try to find some food from a street vendor and do some night swimming since we have our little flashlights. Yeah, and then we'll kind of party and rage from there.
Here, pay for that. There's $3. Okay. What do you say? You will? Look.
Found the big guys! They're right over here. The big fish. They're giant. There's like fish out here that are like the size of me. Yeah, Pat. What's up?
Today we woke up and then we met up with our bartender from last night. He's taking us on a boat excursion. And we're gonna go snorkeling for 8 hours and drink, and it's gonna be awesome. So we're super excited about it. Edvin?
Advent.
Okay.
Snorkeling. I guess there's some sharks and turtles and other crazy shit in here. It should be really fun.
Patrick, what are we doing? Gotta yell it. We're gonna go swim with some sharks. Is Hammerhead's good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Hammerhead's good, all right.
We just swam with sharks. It's so cool. It's really awesome. And stingrays, they were ginormous. They were so awesome. They were amazing. And they felt really, really, really slimy.
I saw your little brother, man. He saw, he see the shark coming out. When he see the shark, he started. I see you coming fast, so I said, I'm gonna climb this ladder before him. Kicking me down. Yeah.
Get down there. Hol Chan.
He's gonna tell you.
Guys, this one will be different. This will be a guided tour, so you have to stay with your guide at all times.
Okay.
The reason why, there's a little cut here, and sometimes there's a little slight current. Sometimes it can be a current going out, sometimes it can be a current coming in. If you lose your guide, and then if you go into that current will take you to the other side of the reef. That's not good. Your guide is an experienced guide, so stay with him at all times. Yes, everybody. and then gets the
Yes, I fucked the pastor. Of course it
Hey, so we just got back from a full day expedition out on the ocean. It was a lot of fun. But last night, I was packing everything for this trip. It's kind of going through our backpacks and stuff, trying to grab stuff and pack it away. I see Ashley's passport and not mine. Mine's normally with hers. So kind of freaked out a little bit, dug through all of the backpacks, all of the luggage, and couldn't find my passport anywhere. So this morning I went back to the hotel we were at the night before, and they hadn't supposedly seen it, and they said check back when the housekeeping lead gets there. And since we're on an all-day expedition, I haven't been able to do that. So right now we're going to see if they have my passport. I hope they do. Probably don't. Being a pessimist, I guess. But I hope they do because I don't have a photocopy of my passport. I don't know my passport number. Lots of things that I should probably have done, you know, to prepare for losing a passport, and I haven't. So hopefully they have it. I'm going to try and be more careful. And yeah, we'll go see. So, unfortunately, the hostel we stayed at that I thought my passport might have been at, no go. So, the bright side is I did get my passport number from them because I used it to check in. So, that makes going to the police, I guess, to file a lost passport report maybe a little bit easier. There's a chance it's still at our place. We're gonna dig through our stuff. Hopefully, we find it. If not, we'll have a new experience on a trip. So. We're on our way to the police station because obviously the hostel didn't have my passport, and neither did we back at our Airbnb. Dug through everything, couldn't find it anywhere. So we're going to fill out a police report. Maybe someone found it and heard of it, but I highly doubt it. So I think it's the right thing to do. I don't really know. This is all new to me. So. First time being in a police station out of the U.S. First police station I've been in a long time, actually. Not very excited to be in a police station. Most people aren't typically excited to be in a police station. I don't even think police officers are excited to be in a police station. But this police station, of all police stations, is one of the worst police stations I've ever seen. There's garbage everywhere. I'd much rather be laying in bed, reading a book, eating a taco, swimming with dolphins, swimming with sharks. So this morning we slept in. You know, obviously the end of yesterday was a little stressful with the lost passport. Once we woke up, we hightailed it over here to Sandbar to see if they had found anything over the night or anyone turned in a passport. No go. So on the way back to our place, we stopped at the police station to see if anyone had turned in a passport. No go. And then we get a contact for a guy that works at the U.S. Embassy here on the island. And we go find him or whatnot, and he basically tells us to contact the embassy and tells us what to do. So I sent him an email because I can't call him because it's long distance. It's supposed to be 24 hours to hear back from them. So I'm like, this kind of sucks. I'm sitting in the room, getting ready to go back out and actually enjoy the day because all we've been doing is looking for my passport this morning. And our friend Chris that's been hanging out with us is like, well, at least you have your Texas driver's license. You know, that's at least a start. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I would never bring that out with me. It wouldn't do me any good. I was like, I don't even bring my passport out with me. I don't know how I lost it. Normally, when I go places, I shove it in like the bed, you know, so it doesn't get stolen. And then light bulb moment, I realized when we were at the Sandbar, one night I shoved it underneath the bunk bed slab, and that's probably where it is. So we head over here, ask for the third time if we could check, and they let us check, and got the passport. So it's a good day.
And worked on our tans, worked on our base, and now we're leaving, so bye.
Bye.
I'm so hungry.
Alright, so it's our last half an hour or so in San Pedro, taking the ferry back to Belize City today. It's an hour and a half. So, see you guys in Belize City.
Everyone told us not to come here because it's really dangerous, so we were pretty excited about that.
Oh.
Everything's closed because it's a holiday, so it's been a journey trying to get food, but we found the grocery store up the street that was finally open. So we got some pasta and sausage to make for tonight and some beers, of course. So now we're just gonna lay low because it's, you know, pretty sketchy over here. Headed to the Best Western to go pick up a cab so we can go to the airport to rent our car. We spent a lot of hours yesterday trying to plan what we're doing today, so hopefully it works out. We're gonna drive all the way to a Mayan ruin near Guatemala. It should take about 2.5 hours. I think we're gonna get some swimming in before we go and stop along at some towns along the way. We just saw a closed sign at the ruin, so we're gonna go ask this guy if we can still go over there. just drove 2.5 hours to get to this Mayan ruin on the Guatemalan border. And turns out since it's been raining so much that the ferry's not working. So we can't get our car over there, no one can cross, and so we can't go to the ruin.
Well, it seems like it's so easy.
So I think we're just gonna try to find another one on the way back. I don't really know.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We are heading to the second closest Mayan ruin to where we are, which is not the second best. The second best originally was about 45 minutes away from us. We drove an hour and a half to go to the best, which is closed. But now, you know, it's what, almost 3 hours away. So we're gonna have to go to just a really tiny one. And maybe this will be open later in the day and we'll come back and check it out. We'll see.
A dark room and it looks really creepy.
Alright, so we found out that the ruin that we tried to see yesterday is open today, supposedly, at least at this moment. It's about an hour and a half away. We're gonna try and fly up there and see if we can see it, and then we're gonna try and make it to a cave that happens to be open that we can canoe up to. We contacted a guy that works at that cave, said it's open today, so we're gonna do that as well. But we're gonna shoot for the big Mayan ruin first, and then we're gonna do the cave. So we might only get one. We're getting one for sure. All right, see you guys somewhere. Back to Zunitunich, and it's actually open for people to go across, not cars. So we're gonna go hike up a mile to it and check it out. So ready to go.
And now we're gonna hike up the big ruin. Not really sure how big it is, but we've heard it's pretty massive, so it should be really awesome. In Zunitunich, which this is the largest structure in the area of all the Mayan ruins. At first they kind of thought it was a temple itself, but apparently there's a lot of rooms inside and a lot of different layouts that kind of indicate that maybe royalty lived here and that it was actually used for multiple purposes. So we're gonna go explore it. We already saw it from the bottom, walked up all the steps, we're about halfway up. Zunitunich. There's a 360 view of Belize and Guatemala, and it was pretty amazing. There's guards up there with like AKs because they're guarding the Belizean border, so it's pretty cool.
Exactly 610 feet above where you're going to turn around in the cave to. You're going to come to a spot in the cave where the stalactites come down a little bit lower, and normally in dry season you can pass through there and you'd go up to the first turn where my sign was.
Oh, wow.
But today the water's a little bit higher, and this is where you're going to turn around today.
Cool.
610 feet above.
Wow, that's awesome.
So cool.
Was considered to be the #1 cave for the rain god, Chak, to live in there. So due to that reason, Mayas came into caves like these with human sacrifices and ceremonies, believing that Chak, the rain god, was going to be pleased. In turn, sent them good and nice and passive rain, good production as well. Lots of corn, lots of beans as well. That's the positive point of view. But the negative side was that they believed that the cave was a gateway leading to the underworld, which is Shibal, the Mayan term for Shibal. So looking at it at that point of view, since it's there, archaeologists found 28 skeletons in there. Put their torches to illuminate them while going through the cave system, or they would either burn copal incense of those ledges. According to the Mayas, it was very important tree, meaning that they refer to it as the tree of life. They refer to it as the sacred tree, meaning that they believe that the massive branches of that tree were actually holding up the skies. The trunk was planted within their own society, and that the roots were the stalactites coming down the caves. So, yes, so there was a connection. Upper world, the middle world, and the underworld. They believe that the water that's dripping in here then came directly from the skies down the branch of the trunk and the roots of that tree. So they consider it to be holy water.
Oh.
So due to that reason, a lot of ceramic pots were found under these formations, meaning that the Mayas were collecting that water, which they would use while conducting a sacrifice in the cave system. The Mayas believed that whenever they made these pots, this would be divine or spirit.
Oh, that's so cool.
So whenever they finished using a pot, they would either bore a hole through the pot, or they would crush it completely.
Really?
Yes, to release the spirit of the pots.
What kind of people did they sacrifice? Like, did you have to do something wrong, or anyone?
Who were the victims of sacrifices? That's a good question. If problems were really serious, especially like droughts, serious droughts, and they needed to offer something more pure to the gods, then they had to offer someone from the In such cases, had to be someone from the royal family
Oh.
and the virgin. So due to that reason, it was mainly young girls in China. Take a look at this color. And the question is, what made this area so special? Why is it that they did not offer sacrifices in the other ledges, but only this specific ledge? As we take a look at the bridge over there, we would say that that is what really contributed. The Mayas were greatly dependent on rain, on the rain god Chak. For the leaders to please the rain god,